another star, they hear my name and remember me. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. We seen it make another star, they hear my name and remember me. Said I'm coming for everything. You good, but to be great, you gotta have confidence. The next level was legend. You gotta have accomplishments. In any league, they considering me dominant. The wrong falls, you know the pit of defeat, bottomless. I was hungry way before I got your support. I hopped off the porch around the time that y'all got awards. Lyrical exercise, this what I call a sport. The fourth bar, brother, when I push the rock off the court. I got champion genetics.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here between the Washington Commanders and the Los Angeles Rams. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Right to the air. Here's Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, this defense for the Commanders, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Stafford. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at the 40. First carry here for Robinson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. And they really want him to be that guy. And that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing here, Howell. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2. Here's Howell. And he finds McLaurin. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them, and look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up second down. Here's Howell to throw on second down. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
On third down, Robinson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Sly able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On first down at Stanford. Looking left side, and it's complete. A big play there for L.A. 48 yards. Now Stanford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Tariq Cohen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback laying on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 11 now. Howell. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. 36 yards. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Slings this deep from McLaurin, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate that wasn't picked off.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Howell, another throw on 2nd down. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
and this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
It's Howe with another throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot at the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this they could clip for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. Finding space at the 40. Down the left sideline. Shreds into the stiff arm. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the Commanders' 24-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. The extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Hal throwing on 1st down here. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Howell. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. First down, Howell to throw. He's got it to Gibson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 28 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And once more, Howell back to the air. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide.
Complete to number 16.
The final shot before the break, Stafford. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to mind. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Rams 28, Commanders 3. Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell. And my goodness, another interception. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Now Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Stafford looks to throw again. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Off the option, that's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They snap it to Stafford. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Third and 1. Howell's going to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Back to Robinson now on first down. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off play action. It's Howell. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. This is caught. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. 42. Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3 and out, and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
On 4th down, Stafford. He'll find his man, Simi Fehoko. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Stafford on 1st down. Got his man, it's Fehoko. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And this one is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down, Stafford. And he's got this to Jefferson. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing again is Stafford. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually. 6 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to... And now here is another interception. And the Rams will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. On the RPO, that's complete right side. And some room to run now. Touchdown, Rams. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To try again after the sack. Howell looking for McLaurin, and he's got him.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And they go play action with Howell. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Second down, Howell back to pass. Under pressure, and they got to him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Washington on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and forever. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. On second and 12, Stafford. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Extra point attempt to follow here. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Powell, another throw on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Powell throwing on 3rd down here. He's going to let this one go deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy.
He's got him in, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll run up the middle with Cohen. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
Stafford going to throw it. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter. Up really big. That passing incompletion. I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Powell throwing on 1st down here. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Howell looking to throw again. Man open is Robinson. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. A run between the tackles with Cohen. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The partner under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Los Angeles, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get a few extra days.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like big bitch came to Jonah. Yeah, I'm independent. They sold 1 million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence.